Hey everyone, welcome back to my videos. Today I'm going to show you how to craft. So quickly in your inventory, you'll go to your blueprints tab. Blueprints can be acquired from mobs, uh, technician, or other players. Here's the technician at Twin Peaks by the auctioneer. They sell all sorts of blueprints. You can craft tools, armor, materials, furniture, textures, everything. You can craft everything in the game if there's a blueprint for it. But what you do is you get your blueprint. In my case, it's explosive projectiles blueprint 2, which I do not even recommend you messing with because it is a complete waste of money. This is an unlimited blueprint, so I can run this all day long for years and years and years and years and years, and it won't matter. Um, First thing to look for is the value. In this case, since it's unlimited, it's going to show 0.45 ped, and that's due to the quality rating. That'll increase over time as you use it and give you better chances for better returns. The level you need is 3. That's what's recommended. It is a Entropia blueprint. That's kind of irrelevant, but that's where you could find it easier. And if you wanted to put it into a blueprint book, to help you organize everything, which can be found here in the technician area. Um, it would need to be volume 2 for components, which is that one, and they're real cheap, 1 ped a piece, and it'll hold a lot of blueprints. Um, Here it'll tell you your professional requirement, so your skill needed is mechanical engineer, recommend level 5, skill progress 100%. I still have a learning period on it. And then it will tell you under design what materials you need. In this case, I only need nanocubes, but in the case of some others, for instance, we'll go with a weapon. We'll go with this man in a MHP. It needs listerium ingots and some more ingots and then a lubricant. And all that can be purchased on the auction house if it's there. Um, Obviously, the markup will go up with the quality rating, but I will quickly show you how to do this. So since I just need nanocubes for it, those can be purchased at the trade terminal under miscellaneous nanocubes, and we'll do 200. They'll show up here in my inventory, or they should, right there, under mined resources, even though you bought them. You just find you a construction machine, and here's where the fun starts. It'll show all the blueprints, even those in my storage on this planet. So ignore the rest of these. I have a couple of them. It'll tell you the level, obviously the blueprint name, level, your quality rating, which I already showed you, and your success rate, which goes up with skill, and then my number of attempts. And below it, I see the blueprint picture, the name, my ingredients needed. If it was something that could be purchased on auction, I could easily use these tabs and buy it. And it'll tell me I have 200 cubes, I need 20 apiece. If you wanted to do the math on your own, but there's no need because it tells you number of remaining attempts, 10. Produces those, which are explosive projectiles used for a weapon. It'll tell me the markup of the explosive projectiles, as well as exactly what they are. So all you got to do to construct, you can either go to construction after you've highlighted whatever it is you want, or you can double click. And we can't use any residue, which would up the TT value of, say, a limited item you are crafting, uh, or stop when residue is complete. Neither of those are an option here. Here you have your number of attempts, which we will go ahead and do the max, 10. Your quality and condition bar. So your quality and condition bar is probably the most important thing here. If you have the quality all the way on and this bar is far left, your success rate's much higher, but your return per click will be a lot smaller, but typically you also have a lot less failures. If your condition's higher, your success rate is slim. You'll have a lot more failures, but when you do actually get a success, it'll be a much higher success. So that'll be something you'll have to play with to find your own sweet spot on, and it'll be different for every blueprint and everything you craft. Down here, we'll give you statistics after you've done it, your attempts, your success percentage, and your total PED returned. I prefer to do my own math. I don't like listening to all this, but it is there if you need it. So we'll construct. So all you do to construct is you up your number of attempts, or pick how many you want, but in this case I said we're doing 10, and you click construct, and you just sit here, and once that gets to 100%, see, first one failed. I lost every bit of PED that it required for that. Second one's a success. But say I want a bigger return than that, I can stop. And since I'm in the middle of one, it had to complete that before it was done. And I can up the condition a little bit. And let's see if I actually get it. Nope, failed. Failed again. Near success. And 2 more attempts left. Let's see if we get anything. Nada. Alright, that's not bad. So, statistics, see how this is now filled in. And it tells me how many explosive projectiles I got, what they're worth, nanocubes that returned, but I used them, as well as my metal residue. It says I earned 1.06 PED. Under here, under symbols, it'll tell you if you got residue. There'll also be a little bitty square with a plus symbol if your quality rating increased for your blueprint. And it'll also tell you if you got a blueprint off of it. This is metal residue. You get that just simply from crafting. Doesn't have a high markup, but it can be useful if you decide to save a lot of it and go for a limited blueprint, such as this one, which I'm not going to even attempt to craft because that'll be expensive. This is where you'd be able to use your residue, and all that would do is make the TT value of this all the way if you succeed, if you use enough. But that's just a simple rundown of crafting. If you wanted to, you could try to sell the stuff to the auctioneer if you had enough. In my case, I have nearly nothing, so that's what I'm gonna do, is just TT it. 1.06, spent 2 PED, so I am at a loss. Your blueprint, you can either put it in a book, throw it in your storage like this, or keep it in your inventory. I don't have a whole lot of blueprints, so I just kind of throw them all in here. The ones I use or want to use are at the top. All the trash ones are at the bottom. But if you had pages and pages of them, you might be best getting one of those books from the technician. As always, thanks for watching. Hope it helped.